Hey y'all, welcome back to Colorful Situations. Sunny here.
Hey, and it's your girl Liv here. We are Colorful Situations, and this is a podcast uh, having a conversation about love, marriage, and everything in between, where we're just everyday women talking about everyday issues that affect relationships without the pretty bow.
Without the pretty bow.
Without the pretty bow. So, in doing so, we're also going to talk a lot about different colors. And the reason why we talk about that is because it's our mood. Our mood either brings up the situation or can kind of dilute a situation. So, with that, check down in the comments. We're going to have the Gottman color theory and the color wheel, and just check on there. Just get your temperature to see where you are, right? Because that's how you know how to communicate. And the way that it works, you pick your feelings, go down to the center, and that's going to be the root cause of what you're really feeling. So once you can identify that, you can let your partner know, or whoever you're dealing with, how you really and truly feel. So with that, girl, what you feeling like today?
I've been on orange for a while. So I'm still on orange. So, and that's because I'm just excited about getting started. Started about moving.
Yeah.
So I'm orange.
Okay. And so I am actually going to be green. So for me, I'm kind of in this responsive era. Like I'm responding to everything. Yes, everything. So, but that just means that I'm kind of in this peaceful state, right? Where, I'm learning a little bit about me and I'm letting you know. Letting you know about
No, that's right.
it. So today, our topic is going to be even exchange.
Even exchange?
Even exchange.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if I give, I want it back. That type of thing. Even exchange. Uh, are you the love that you're wanting? If you say, oh, I want this big type of thing and I want the one to look like this and I want that, I want her to come in and sweep me off my feet and I want this and I want that. Are you the one? Can you be the one giving all of that? Even exchange.
It's a good topic.
Okay.
For me, thinking about my current relationship, my marriage to my wife, when we came together, okay, be clear, we're two totally different people.
Yeah, for sure.
From two different parts of the world.
For sure.
Two different parts of the world. We each have things that we bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
When we started this, we were good. There came a time where we found that we were really different. At first we was like, oh, we were good for a good while. But then it came to a point where I was saying, wait a minute, whoa. Because I'm a nurturer. I'm a sharer. My person is my person. We in a bubble, all of this other kind of stuff. So I came to the point where I started to look around and look in a relationship to see what was going on. And I noticed that I was the one making the plans. I was one, even though I don't have a problem doing it, I was the one making the plans. I was the one calling. I was texting. I was asking how you were doing. How you doing? What you eat today? You had some water?
Checking on me. Checking on you, boo.
Checking on my boo. Even though I don't use boo. But, and I thought about, am I getting these things back? And something clicked with me. And I started to tell my wife, hey, I ask you how you doing every day. And you don't even say, how was your day? And that's because, it may sound like something small, but in the larger scheme of things, you're not even asking me how my day is. You walk down the street and you ask a stranger, "Hey, how you doing today?" And you don't ask me how I'm doing. I'm asking you on a regular basis,
right?
And that's like I said, that's something small. But other things as well, like I'm being vulnerable for you,
right?
But you can't be vulnerable for me. And I'm just noticing this. And I know everybody says that, oh, well, it's the honeymoon phase. And I don't really believe in the honeymoon phase because I feel like the honeymoon phase can last as long as you want it to.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess that means I do believe in the honeymoon phase, but I don't believe it's something that has to stop. A
short period of time. Yeah.
I don't think it's something that has to stop. So, and I don't know what it was that triggered this thought in me, like, whoa, I'm doing all this stuff and this lady is not sharing with me. Because I can't be an oversharer, especially with my person, because I want them to know what I'm doing. I want them to know how I'm feeling. I want them to know what my day was going. I want them to know that a car passed by me and somebody was driving crazy. I just want my person to know all of these things about me. And then I realized that I wasn't getting that back. But I also understood that, I came to learn that I came to know that that's not something that she was used to doing.
Yeah.
So we're at a point now where we had to work towards her. We had to work on her getting it. We're still working on it. Let me be clear. We're still working on it.
Yeah.
But I think that reciprocity is a good thing.
Okay.
It can go south. It can go south, of course, because giving. And now this person really, I got one.
Yeah.
Oh, she gonna give it all to me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
And she showed me that I don't have to give it back to her.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay. I told her, let me just say a little something. I'm gonna talk to y'all just straight, just you and me. She's not over there. But I told her this was gonna be a good one. I knew this was gonna be a good one. So anyway, so yes, even exchange. Should it be a thing? Can it be a thing? Can it be too much? For me, I feel like we all want that, right? We all want to feel a certain type of way. So we go off. I know in myself, I've ran off and just been this like person that was just A100 or whatever. And it was just like, I'm just going to go and give my all. Now let's, to my fairness, the people who know me know that that's just how I come to the door. But to expect that, I guess for me, sometimes people want all of these things and they're really not willing to give it, or they don't even know what it is to give it, but they want it. They want it so bad. And they say that they'll give it, but when it comes down to it, they really don't know how to, and they're really not expecting to give it as long as you're giving it, right? They'll give it in the beginning. But is that an even exchange if you stop? So I do have some thought processes on this. Y'all know me. So the first thing is reciprocity a healthy love trait or is it manipulation?
I think that, like I said, I think it could be both. Because it could be a beautiful thing if I'm loving you and you loving me and we just loving each other, just trying to figure out how, as the people say, that thing where we're both trying to outlove each other.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean the other stuff is not going to creep in and be an issue. But loving each other, that's a great thing. Why is that not good? But on the other hand, like I just said, it depends on the person that you have.
Yeah.
It depends on the person that wants it. It depends on the person that needs it. It depends on the person that's getting it. It just depends. I think it could be detrimental to your mental health. mental and emotional and physical.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm going to say the other side of that is I feel like for me, I'm only talking to me, that person that just love and love hard and just give and just give. I had to learn that at some point, what is my intent? Because the old Olivia, that past Olivia, would be such a great girlfriend and such a great, like my cousin would always say, girl, you can get a diamond ring if you can't get nothing else. Like, you know what I mean? But it was because I was so, compromised, and I was so, compassionate. I was so considerate. I was doing all these things. But the past lived, the intent was to get validation. The intent was for me to come and be all these beautiful things to this person so that person can be that beautiful thing to me, but me to manipulate the situation to get the things that I felt like I needed at that time, which I should have been giving myself. For example, if there's a situation where it's like, well, I really want my wife to do this. So I'm just going to be the example, and I'm just going to go and just keep giving it to her and then buying her flowers because I really secretly want flowers. But I have not told my wife that I like flowers. I have not told her I want flowers, but I'm just going to start buying her flowers every week and just sending it to her every week. Hey, baby, I'm loving on you. Hey, I'm leaving you a note. I'm doing all these things just to manipulate it so I can get it back. Just so I can kind of get her to do the things that I really want her to do for me. Not that I wanted to do it, but I'm just showing her how to do it. To me, that's a manipulation. It's not a healthy love trait.
But you just said you were doing those things. It's hypothetical.
Yeah.
You were just saying doing those things and not expressing that you really wanted them done for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes it unhealthy. Mm-hmm. If you're doing these things and saying, babe, this is what I like, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. And I'm gonna show you how I like, because people learn through modeling.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody. I don't know. I don't see that as manipulation. I don't see modeling as manipulation, because you look up one day, you know what? I know my wife get me those flowers. Let me go and get her some flowers, because I know maybe she didn't get any this week because she was so busy. So let me go ahead and get them because I know she likes them, and she told me she liked. Now if you're not opening your mouth and telling somebody something, then yeah, you doing some other stuff. That's a whole nother. You're right. That is manipulation.
And that is a colorful situation, right? Mm-hmm. That's a colorful situation because, like I said, a lot of times people are just coming and doing these things, but is it really their real intent to be that person? Or is it their intent to get something back? That's the part of manipulation. If you're doing it solely for the sole purpose of, I just want something in return, and not because your intent is to love on that person or to model what you feel love is for you, right? But you're just trying to make the situation a little bit on your side. You're trying to lean it onto your side. For me, that's manipulation. And I know that everybody's not going to agree with my thing. But for me, in my old past, needing the validation, trying to get something that I first didn't have for myself, that's manipulation. Mm-hmm. So if you're there, y'all may want to go to codependency AA or something like that. Goodness. I'm just saying. So my other thing in question is it such a thing of love languages? Is love languages real? And if it is, should we be paying attention to that?
Well, we know over the past years, however long it's been, this love language is craze. They came up with the book and all this other kind of stuff. When before it was just, this is what I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But since it has been put into words and it's been given a good name,
a topic, a title.
Yeah, it's been given a title with capital letters. I would say it is. love languages is a thing because I like it this way. I prefer to do this over that. I like this more than this. I like this more than that. Uh, I think it's a real thing. I think it's a real thing. I think we should be paying attention because when I tell you again, when I tell you, hey, my love language is words of affirmation.
Yes.
Hey, you look good today, girl. How you feeling? Oh, I'm so happy to see you. That's easy, right? So now that I've told you, we know what it is, and you can't even say, you look nice today. It's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think it's really good too for people that don't know how to put things together.
Yeah.
People that don't know how to put those feelings and those things together. I think that's a good guide. Hey, words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, and I think that's a good guide for people that don't know how to put things together. And now you have to say, if you said that's your love language, it better be it. Now, if you told somebody,
know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I think it is a real thing. Even though it used to just be this is what I like.
Yeah.
I think that we should pay attention to it because it is helpful for people that have difficulty learning, trying to figure you out and read your mind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and I agree. I agree that it is a real thing. People have different ways of how they communicate stuff because we're different, right? We're trying to learn each other out, right? Also, I think that people tend to fall on, oh, this is my love language. But they only tell you how they want to receive love language or how they give love language. But it's a two-way street. You talk about how you receive it, but you also talk about how you give it. And sometimes, most often, it's not the same.
Of course.
So I may need words of affirmation as a love language of how to receive it, but the way I show you is acts of services. Like if I'm really into you, I'm gonna do whatever it is. You ain't gotta ask me. You can say blup 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 blup, and bam, it's there. Right. But it's a good flow we got going on here. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate. If it is such a thing to love languages, and we should pay attention to it, then how can it be an even exchange? Because if that person needs something different than you need, how can they give you what it is that, you know what I mean? If they give it differently than what you're saying that you receive it, do you just not pay attention to it knowing that their love language is different? How can it be an even exchange?
Because relationships are work. You tell me you want money, I tell you I need hugs. Let's go.
So not the act is the same, but the quantity, that you're actually doing it is the even exchange.
Yes. You're listening.
Yeah.
You listen to me. That's enough. That's enough in itself for me. You're listening. Yeah. I told you and you heard me. I don't like flowers. I don't want any flowers. I'm not talking about me. But I'm just saying, if somebody told you that they don't like flowers, and you come with
flowers,
what? Who you think about somebody else who don't like flowers? I don't like flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thought I got her on that one, y'all, but I didn't.
That's just my thought. That's my thought.
So, as always, what we're going to do is we're going to check your temperature, right? Because this is a colorful situation. If you're in something where you're like, I'm trying to give, and I'm not getting it back, or, I don't know why this person is keep telling me that I'm not doing what it is that I'm doing, but I know that I'm giving her something, that's a colorful situation. It's something that you need to talk about. So, again, let's find where our levels are. if this topic is really like, you know what, we just had this argument last night and I just told this person yada yada, and now you hot, you red under the collar, and you you trying to call your spouse or loved one to be like, watch colorful situation. You, my friend, are in the red. You are in a situation. You are in a colorful situation.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
And if you're yellow, that just means that, hey, you know what? I kind of was feeling that way. I hadn't said anything about it, but I do kind of feel like this is what's going on. Then you're maybe going into this situation, and so you're in the yellow.
Now, if you're like me, as someone says, I'll always, if you're like me and you've been there, done that, and got a t-shirt and had a drink,
drinking all of it,
you're in the green. And being clear again, that doesn't mean that things don't come up. But yeah, if you're good with it and you can laugh about it, you and your significant other can laugh about it. Y'all in the green. Y'all keep watching. Yeah, y'all keep watching.
Okay. So remember, red, you're in a situation. Yellow, you may be going into it, you know. In green, no situation for you. Y'all are good. So now we're going to get to the resolve. Like, what is it that you can do to come out of this situation? And mind, be very mindful and very clear. We're not therapists. We're not saying that this is what you should be doing. These are just things that helped us. These are things that helped us get out of it. And for me, I just really know that communication is the key, right? Let's really talk about what it is that you need and what it is that I need. I know from the past, I've been very quiet and very like, well, I'm not going to say what it really is. And my person had to really think very hard about, like, you know, and then I would be like, well, why aren't you giving it to me? Well, she didn't know. She didn't know what I needed. She didn't know, you know, I just thought me showing by modeling or example was just letting them know what I needed. But you have to be very clear on what it is you need. You have to be very clear on what it is you want and know it for yourself. Don't model it from somebody else or think there's something else. Really figure out what it is that you want and need and communicate that.
The same as for me. I was just thinking, talk and listen. We have to be able to talk. We have to be able to listen. I could tell you 1,000 times, but if you want to do what you want to do and the way you want to do it, you're not gonna do it, and we're gonna be. It's a miscommunication there. So for me, it's the same. It's talking and listening. You have to talk and listen. You have to be open.
That's a good one.
You have to be open to what I like. You have to be open to wanting me to be happy. You have to look forward to making me happy, and I have to do the same for you. Talk, listen, be open.
Yeah. That's really all, y'all.
I'm just saying. Since we are an interactive podcast, we are going to be posing some questions here and posting them in the comments. And we want y'all to go down there in the comments and answer the questions. And we're going to talk about it on a
recap show.
We're going to talk about it on the recap show. The first question is, have you ever found yourself in this situation? Have you ever found yourself giving more than you receive and thinking hard about what's going on? Is this love or am I being manipulated? Have you ever thought about with your partner or even with yourself, what is your love language? Am I listening to my partner? Am I just out here doing what I want to do and not paying attention to what they want and need? The second question is, in these things, when you did or didn't feel like you were doing more than you should and things are not being reciprocated, how did you resolve it? Did you talk to your partner? Did you shut down? Did you find something else to do?
Don't do that.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. And the last thing, when you came out of it, if you came out of it, how did you keep yourself from falling back into the same patterns? Because that's an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You do something for a week, You do something for a month. What do people say? How many days it take to build a habit?
21 days.
Take 21 days to build a habit. On day 25, you back at it. Right. You back cutting up and carrying on.
That part.
You back cutting up and carrying on. So we're going to put these questions again down in the comments. We want y'all to answer. We want y'all to interact with us because we're here for y'all. Yes. We're here for us. Mm-hmm. But we want to know what you all think. We want to talk about it.
For real. And Color Beams, we are a community, and somebody out there needs your tips too. Mm-hmm. Somebody out there needs your experience. Somebody out there needs to hear that they're not alone. So please answer the questions. Make it interactive. We are doing a recap show, so we could just come back to it. So mm-hmm. With that, the summary was an even exchange. That's what we talked about today. Is it a thing? Should we be doing it? Is it a healthy love trait? We had some resolve. Communicate, be open, and listen.
So we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, send it to your cousin, your sister.
All of the above.
Your sister from another mister, your bestie.
Even the people you don't like, send it to them too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. And remember, not all colorful situations are the same, but you have the power to change your hue.